Coffee Club, broadcasting live from New York with your host, Felix, and co-host, Dr. Marc. So let's have a cup of coffee and enjoy the show.
There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. Nope, this is not the right show. This is Felix and the Doc. Once again, the Doc is missing. Today he's got a sleep study test that he's doing this evening. And we hope that he'll be able to give us a call and let us know what it's like, but I don't know if that's possible or not. But first, let me give you a phone number that everybody can call, 646-595-3275. You can also join our chat room, or if you want to leave us an email message, it's info@CC Radio Network. Now we got that aside. Let's talk a little bit Dr. Marc and his problem. Dr. Marc is physically short. I guess he's to be kind, he's chubby. He's bald and bearded. That has nothing to do with anything, but I figured I'd add it in. But he's definitely does have a sleep problem. Like, first thing, he doesn't sleep well, and that's probably because he drinks about 15 cups of coffee a day. But that's not what's causing his sleep, what we assume sleep apnea. It has something to do with his weight, I assume, the way he sleeps. And his wife says his snoring is out of this world. I used to have that problem, and I lost a few pounds, and now my wife says I really don't snore. So maybe that's a good way to go, is lose a few pounds. I don't know if that's the cure for everybody, but at least it worked for me. And it wasn't a lot of weight. I lost maybe 15, 20 pounds. And I could still use another 40, 50 pounds probably, but to lose. But at least that was enough to get rid of my snoring and my restless sleeping and everything else. Now I sleep solid, and I really don't have any problems with the snoring anymore. Next thing I want to discuss real quick is one of our best callers, as we call him, Dapper Dan. If you heard the last couple of shows, he's in the hospital after taking a fall in the bathroom. At first they said he broke his nose and cut up his lip, but he's still in ICU after more than a week, so I'm sure there's got to be more than a broken nose or cut lip. He came out of a induced coma, I think the day before yesterday, and he didn't do very well. They pulled his respirator off. Now they had to put his respirator back in, and I think they put him back in a coma again. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm guessing. I'm hoping that we're going to get a report from Elisa, who's been calling us up during the shows and giving us the updates. If she doesn't, and if Dr. Marc doesn't call in, this is going to be a very short show. We all wished Dr. Marc and Dapper Dan the best of everything, and hope that, Marc really doesn't have a problem. He just might have to wear a mask. But we definitely hope and pray that Dan comes out of this. Anyway, so meanwhile, I'm going to play one of the songs that I enjoy listening to once in a while, with all that's happening in the world about people killing each other and all of that. This song sort of represents what's going on. The Warrior song, really, this depicts all the bloodiness of a war and what a soldier has to go through, and how they might feel being aggressive there and knowing that what their job is to move on and kill. Pretty scary. So the opposite of war is peace. And that's what the world is not lacking war and struggles. What it's doing is lacking peace. And the next song I'm going to play, and it's also a prayer, is called Peace.
Take that step and accept that incredible peace that God has for you. 'Cause He says peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweet over my spirit, forever I pray, in the fathomless billows of love. Listen to this part here. I am resting today in this wonderful peace, resting sweetly in my Jesus' control. For I'm kept from all danger, my night and my day, and His glory is flooding my soul. And I say, peace, peace, oh wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. My spirit, forever I pray, in the fathomless billows of love. Sing that again, peace, peace. Sing it out. Here we go now. Say peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweet over my spirit, forever I pray, in the fathomless billows of love. Great time to sing this. Peace, wonderful peace, coming down from the Father above. Sweet over my spirit, forever I pray, in the fathomless billows of love.
With all the turmoil in the world, that's what we need more than anything else right now, peace. You know, in the Hebrew, peace is shalom, peace is, shalom is also hello, and so we all wish everybody peace. You know, get the Israelis and the Palestinians in the negotiations. these senseless murders on both sides are a real shame. Now, I don't blame Israel for what they're doing. I think they have every right for what they're doing, and they have to do it because Hamas is just ruthless, and all they're doing all day long is firing rockets, aiming at civilians, hoping that they'll get through the block that the Israelis have. I think the Israelis shut down about 2,000 missiles heading towards Israel. Can you imagine if somebody shot 2,000 missiles against the U.S., what we would do? All right, we have a caller, so let me grab the caller. Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Okay.
You can hear me, right?
Oh, yeah, I hear you great. This is Elisa, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, shoot. Just had a bump just fly right by me.
What happened?
A big bug just flew. As I'm walking into my bedroom, a big bug was flying right into my head.
Yuck.
I know.
So
you're all alone tonight, huh?
That's it, just me, myself, and I. So there's actually three of us, so it's not a problem. Anyway, how's Dan doing? That's the most important thing right now.
No, I haven't heard anything since I spoke to you earlier today, so it's basically the same.
Okay, what are you hearing anything from the doctors? Are they saying anything?
No, I took a break today. I spent time with my daughter and took her to a splash park in Jersey. He went back into, I guess they put him back into an induced coma. His levels went down again, so they had to incubate him and put him back on the respirator.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So he's comfortable, and he's sleeping comfortable.
Well, that's the most important thing. When he comes out of the coma, is he in pain or anything?
Yeah, his throat's sore. I mean, he says that his throat hurts him, which is expected because he has tubes down his throat.
Yeah, well, that would bother you.
Other than that, no, I don't think he feels anything else because he's just so highly medicated. I mean, he knows he's on the med.
Yeah, so he's still in ICU, I guess.
Yeah.
Do they know how long they plan to keep him there?
No clue.
I guess he's got to come out of it first. Start breathing on his own and being alert. It's really a shame.
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you get a little rest today at least?
I actually did. After the talk, I actually took a nap.
And how did your daughter?
It's just like a short nap, but I mean,
okay.
It was a nap at least.
How did your daughter enjoy going to the splash park?
She loved it. I mean, it's a recreation area in Jersey. It's called I can't remember the name of the park now, but it's out in Colts Neck, and there's an area where they have swings and slides and stuff, and then there's another area where they have this water park where they have buckets that fill up, and then the water splashes down on you, and some other water comes up from the ground, and she runs around, give her a bucket, and she fills it up with the water. She runs after me and throws the water on me. So yeah, she had a great time.
Sounds like an old-fashioned park.
Oh, and she put her head in the water too.
That sounds like an old-fashioned park that they used to have in New York.
Well, an old-fashioned park in New York to me is a hydrant, and you just open it up and the water comes out.
No, but they also had them with the sprinkles coming out and sandboxes and stuff.
Yeah, I had that growing up too. Where I used to live, they had that. It's kind of like that, a little modern now, as you would say. I mean, it's definitely an experience. A lot of people there. All the housewives that stay home with their kids. They all go out there, and you picnic. I mean, we brought a picnic and made a cooler with sandwiches and potato chips and soda and made a day out of it. So it was fun.
And it's free, right? There's no
I'm
charge.
sorry?
There's no charge to go in.
No, not at all. No charge at all. No, you just drive up, park your car, and like I said, you can either go to the park area where there's swings and slides, and they actually also have a little sand pit for the kids in the regular park area. They also have a pool, but it's recreation. It's more for swim lessons. It's not for the public.
Okay. Where is it? What area?
It's in Colts Neck. It's like right after, depending on which way you're going. It's right by Delicious Orchard.
Whose office?
Delicious Orchard.
I don't know where that is.
You never heard of Delicious Orchard? Oh my God, it's one of the greatest places. I love going there during the fall, like September and October. You go there, you pick apples. So now you can pick peaches. But they have like apple pies, all kinds of different pies, and they have a pumpkin. The month of October, you can go and pick your own pumpkin.
It sounds like some of
Still
the places.
farmlands over there.
Yeah, it sounds like some of the places out in Long Island where they have that apple picking and places that make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it's like. Yes.
But what town is near there?
I knew about this park years ago. I had a cousin that lived over there, and we took her kids and my kids when they were kids to the park. So she's been dying to go, and I was like, okay, let's go.
What's the name of the town around there?
It's Colts Neck, New Jersey. Colts Neck, Freehold.
Oh, okay.
The best way, I'm trying to think what.
Well, the best
I
way.
come from Staten Island.
Tell me what you do when you.
Route 9.
You take Route 9 south. Okay.
Yeah, I take 9 south to 18, and then I get off at exit 22B or whatever exit is for Colts Neck, and then you just take that road all the way down, and you'll hit the park. I just can't remember the name of the park. It starts with a D. I think it's Dorchester. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter. I go down a little further down. I go by, I guess, towards Tom's River, and there's a whole bunch of parks there. Yes,
right.
We go as Dan.
Well, my niece the bridal shower that I just went to on Saturday, she actually lives in Tom's River. So she's always saying to me, come, bring Samantha, we'll go to the parks. And I'm like, if I'm going to come down to you, you're 10 minutes away from Seaside. I'm going to Seaside. The hell with the park.
Right. So Seaside is nice.
Yeah, Seaside's nice. I need to take Sammy down there before the summer's up.
Yeah, it's nice down there, and there's not a natural preserve, but there's a park in the end that takes you down the...
In Seaside?
Well, I don't know, the seaside, when you're on the barrier islands and you go all the way down south to where all the towns end, then the park begins. I don't know the name of it. And there's a lot of open beaches there and stuff, and off-roading. I've never been there.
You love that off-roading.
Yeah, I'm not quite. Well, I just like to drive to the beach, park right on the beach, and go in the water. Mm-hmm. I enjoy that. And that's it. Then drive away and we're done.
Right.
I don't like all the crowds and having to park the car and walk a half a mile to get to the beach, and then there's nowhere to lie down. When we go, when I go off-roading, the beaches are empty most of the time. You just pick a spot, pull over, and that's it. It's really nice. I don't know if it's like that down in Jersey, but that's the way. I did that in Virginia. It was really nice. Or North Carolina.
The one problem that I don't like, the beaches in Jersey are great. They're really nice. However, you have to pay to park. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. You don't. Well, in some areas you do, but then you also have to pay to get on the beach. One of my sisters and my three nieces and I, we were going to take a walk on the beach after the shower ended. And for each of us, was $10. So you're talking, it would have been $50 just to walk on the beach. We were like, no, we'll just stay on the boardwalk, hang out for a little bit, and then that was it. We left. To charge to get on the beach, I'm sorry.
Long Beach is the same way. On the island, I think it's $10 or $12 a person. It's expensive.
Is it really? You have to pay to get onto the beach in Long Island?
Sure. Long Beach is very expensive.
What about a resident?
Doesn't matter. They pay. They may have a reduced rate, but they pay. Everybody pays in Long Beach. Some of the town of Hempstead beaches further east have like $8 for a car or something, which isn't so bad because you have a full car. It's not that expensive.
Right.
But Long Beach is very expensive. That's why I don't go there.
I tell you, if I go to the beach, I stay here in Staten Island and I go to the beach here. It's not dirty. It happens to be it's crowded at times. You got to know what times to go, and no one bothers you anyway. But believe it or not, it happens to be clean. Even after Sandy, they did a really good job in cleaning it up, and I love it. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow morning, waking up early, getting her up early, and hopping into the car, go for a couple of hours, lay in the sun, forget about my worries, and enjoy.
My favorite time to go to the beach is late afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock. It's usually still warm.
So that's when the sun is pretty much when the sun is the strongest and it's about to go down.
That's when also there's less crowds, the water is warmer. I just enjoy it there.
But I don't go into the water. I don't like the water. I don't like the beach water. No, I was never a big fan of that. I'm definitely a sun worshiper. A couple of weeks ago, I think it'll be 2 weeks, I think, this Saturday, I got up and just by myself went to the beach. I got there about 10 o'clock, about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Stayed there for about 3 hours. I actually fell asleep, knocked out. And I woke up, and it was about 1:30, and said, okay, had enough, and came home. And it wasn't crowded at all. Even at 1:30, there were people on it, but there weren't that many people.
You know, when I tell
actually,
you...
there was a fair. It was a fair going on.
Okay.
It was called Back to the Beach, and I didn't know that they were having it. And they had like all these food stands and face painting and DJs, and actually, when I got there, they were doing a Pilates class right on the beach. And I thought it was going to be a lot more crowded, but no, it really wasn't.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't like New York beaches, New Jersey beaches. I like warm water beaches. I like the Caribbean. I guess Florida, southern Florida is okay. But, you know, when you go to the Caribbean and you go to some of the beaches in the Caribbean, it's like walking into a bathtub. Mm-hmm. No waves, nothing.
Yeah,
you just walk in and it's gorgeous. That and I love
my family down in Florida. Yeah, they live on the West Coast, and it's the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, it's just calmness and warm. Even the sand, it's that white sugar sand, so it doesn't get hot. You can walk on it, and you know it's just like pure sugar cane. It looks like. Go on the East Coast, forget about it. I hated when I lived in Florida, and I lived on the East Coast. The beaches were terrible. First of all, they had like little shells that it hurt you. The sand was hot. It was bumpy. It was worse than the beaches here.
But the water is warmer.
Yeah, I got to give you that. I mean, to actually be on the Atlantic side and have warm water, I'll put my feet in the water, but that's about it. I will not go anywhere past that.
But the favorite beaches I've gone to were actually in Bermuda. It was just gorgeous.
I've never been there.
Yeah. Well, I used to work for an airline called Eastern Airlines.
I remember Eastern.
Yeah, it's the first airline that went bankrupt, and after that, when TWA and Pan Am, Braniff, a lot of airlines went bankrupt after, but they were the first ones.
Eastern.
Yeah, to Florida, right?
Yeah. You can catch it from Kennedy.
Yeah. Used to fly to Kennedy and LaGuardia. I used to work in both places, Kennedy and LaGuardia. But I used to take advantage and fly to where they flew, and that was all over the Caribbean. So I saw a lot of islands, and in my young days, and my wife and I really enjoyed traveling all over the place. Now I miss it. Then were the days.
I think the last time I traveled was Florida, going down to Florida. No, I was coming home from Florida, I think. The last time I was traveling.
Well, the last time I went anywhere was Costa Rica. And that was, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I'm not sure. That's the last time I went anywhere. Now, that was a gorgeous place to go, but the beach was lousy. It was it was a good surfer's beach. So if it's a surfer's beach,
I remember I took a trip to Cancun, and we weren't even allowed to go on the beach. The beaches were closed the whole week I was there. I forget why. There was a reason why. I think there was bad current or something. I can't remember what it was, but they closed the whole beaches down. But the good thing is, all the hotels, you had pools and whatnot. And, I did other things anyway. I went on some jungle journey where you're in a speedboat, and they take you out somewhere out of the water, and you can go snorkeling. So we did that, and talk about nice warm weather and nice warm beaches. That was pretty cool, except that you couldn't go on the beach.
I had a friend of mine who's passed away. His wife was best friend with my wife, and we used to go on vacation together. And I remember I'd go to the pool, and he'd fall asleep with his feet in the pool, and I'd be sitting inside the pool drinking a cup of coffee. That was it. We just relaxed. And then later on, we went to the swim-up bar and had a couple of drinks there. Mm-hmm. Can't beat that. That's nice life. Can't do it for long, but
No.
I don't know if I'd live there forever, but I wouldn't mind trying for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Me and my
So I
friend
understand the topic tonight is sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea, yeah, because Marc is taking a sleep apnea test tonight, and I figure he's a perfect...
It's because he snores?
He snores very loud.
I was reading the caption before I came on. It said that his wife complains that he snores.
Yeah, oh yeah. Suppose he's as I said,
I gotta tell you, I miss my father dearly. I said before on the show that my father had passed away 4 years ago. But you want to talk about someone that snored. Oh, my goodness. You could hear him a mile away, if not more. I mean, he snored and snored and snored.
Well, that's
the one thing I don't miss about my father.
Yeah. Marc he's chubby, he's heavy, so that's the first...
Well, so was my father. My father was very, very, very overweight. I mean, he was... No exaggeration, 300 and something pounds.
Oh, that's heavy, yeah. Marc is not 300 some pounds, but he's no more than 5'1" or 2" neither. So, if he weighed 300 pounds, he'd be in a lot of trouble at that height.
And I think my father was 6 foot.
Yeah.
But he was. But when my father was younger, he was a rail. I mean, I have pictures of him that. It's like before and after pictures. Yeah. Amazing how, just through the years, he just gained this weight. I think it started when he was in his mid-30s. He just started to blow up. And then, he lost some weight, he gained some weight, but then he got sick, and through his cancer, he lost weight, but it just wasn't enough. Next time I see you, I'll show you pictures. You wouldn't believe it. Would not believe it. But he was a heavy snorer.
Yeah. I used to be a heavy snorer. I never heard myself, but everybody else used to tell me that I'd fall asleep on the couch for a second and, wake up the whole house. But I lost about 15, 20 pounds, and now my wife says I don't snore at all. I'm
my
still
daughter
heavy.
snores. And that's weird.
What's that?
That my daughter, she snores sometimes.
Well, that's not,
And she snores heavy.
That could be nasal problems, allergies, could be a lot of things. That's something you could
probably... Next time I take her to the doctor, I'm going to have it checked out.
Yeah, it could be anything. She could have a deviated septum. A lot of things would cause that. I'm not a doctor, but I know a lot of things could cause it. As a matter of fact, there was if you were able to go on a computer and looked at the, did you look? You looked at it in the beginning. There were pictures of. Did you see pictures of the people with sleep apnea?
Yeah, I saw the pictures with the mask.
Yeah, and then there was one picture showing all the places what that cause sleep apnea in your body and around your face. Mm-hmm. Quite a few different things could cause it. But I'll tell you one thing. Did you notice all those guys there were all skinny? Skinny guys don't have sleep apnea.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, not.
I know some that do.
Really?
Mhm. It's rare. It's not as common as someone that is overweight, but there are some that are. That have it. But it's due to what you said. You know, it could be that they have some issues with breathing or deviated septum. It could be a number of reasons.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I also know for a fact that if you drink a lot, and I'm talking alcohol, you'll snore.
Oh, absolutely. Because it relaxes.
So I mean, someone that's skinny, or fit, or is the right term thin, if that person drinks a lot, then they're known or due to snore that night.
Yeah. That's because they have a lot of post-nasal drip after that, and also certain parts of the throat become very relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you call that part that flaps around a lot? My mind is not.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that starts flapping and closing and causing snoring. Same thing when you have a bad cold. You can snore.
Right.
Anyway.
So does Dr. Marc, he just does this for one night? Just tonight?
The test is, they do it for one day. They determine what kind of help you need because they give you these machines that pump air into you to keep the airwaves open and keep you from snoring, and keeps you more oxygen going into you, or not even oxygen, just air going into your lungs. Because what happens when you with sleep apnea, you wind up that you stop breathing. And with some people, they stop breathing every couple of minutes. So that's where you'll hear them snoring, then all of a sudden they'll cough, and then they'll start snoring again. When they cough and they start gapping for air, that's when the airwaves closed up.
Right.
Anyway, I just want to give a phone number to our guests if anybody wants to call.
Sure.
It's 646-595-3275. But I would imagine that nobody's going to call anymore tonight. I thought Marc would be...
because your number one caller obviously can't call right now.
No, but you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And we also appreciate you giving us updates.
By the way, the other night on the radio, you mentioned about a guy that called you about him, about a guy named Sonny.
Sonny, yeah.
Yeah, he called.
He did call. Okay,
Yeah.
he called Dad's phone?
Yes, he did.
I didn't want to give it to him. I guess he had it.
He must have had it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. He asked me if I could have his phone, and I said, not right now, but I guess he had it. Did he offer Dan a place?
I actually didn't talk to him. I got the message, and I just responded in a text that I would give him a call either later or today or tomorrow, but I didn't get a chance to do it today, so I'll probably call him tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. As I said, Dan did a lot for him.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's has got a nice future ahead of himself because of Dan.
Is he a young guy or an older guy?
No, a young guy, maybe 35.
Oh,
40.
oh, okay.
Yeah, but Dan got him a really good job, a union job
Good.
with full benefits. Yeah, so Dan did right by him. So I'm sure and it's nice that Sonny remembers that. A lot of people, when you're doing favors, they forget.
A lot of people wouldn't do that.
I've helped a lot of people, and you never hear from them. Not that I expect anything in return, but still, you help somebody. When you see them, they could at least acknowledge that they know who you are and what you did for them.
Right.
I had a guy who gave me I got him a job, a very good job, and I saw him a couple of years later, and didn't act like he didn't even know me.
I hate people like that.
Yeah.
I consider those people the users.
Yeah. I mean, I guilted him to say something, but just because I was mad at him.
Sure.
But not so much that what I did for him, but all of a sudden he's a big shot now, and he acted like he didn't know who I was.
Right.
And that's wrong.
Well,
Anyway,
I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm actually fighting the eyes.
no, go ahead. Go lay down. Go sleep. Hopefully by Friday, either Dan will call in for a second, or you could tell us there's good news that he's up and got his eyes open wide. He's talking and
Well,
smiling.
the good thing was this weekend he had them open.
Yeah, I heard.
But then they had to do this. I'm actually going to call the hospital right now before I go to bed. I just want to get a report to reassure myself before I do go to bed and before I go to sleep.
It's nice that they talk to you. Do they think you're his wife, or they don't know?
No, they know who I am.
Because most of the time...
There's actually 3 numbers they have: mother, father, and me.
No, because most of the time the hospital wouldn't talk, to a non-relative.
I think because I've been there from the beginning. I was there since the emergency room, and they saw me there every day, and that was before the parents came.
Yeah, you were the only one that cared.
Yeah.
Or at least showed that you cared, yeah. I'm
Right.
sure other people cared, but still, I told a couple of people, but I didn't give them specifically what happened. I just, because they said, I heard, Dan was in the hospital, what happened? I said, he fell in a bathroom and he hurt himself, and we just don't know how serious, the injuries were, that's all. I don't want to say anything else beyond that.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah. And even this guy Dave calls up. You know who Dave is?
I know who Dave is.
I know
He's
you
not
do.
my cup of tea, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I know. But he calls up every day asking about him. I don't know exactly why.
I'm actually waiting for the day that my phone rings and it's him, because I'm pretty sure he still has my number.
Yeah. Well, I never really. I told him that you see Dan sometimes, but I didn't say that you guys were friends or anything else. Besides just one relationship. Oh, I know he knows.
No, he knows.
But
I mean, you guys put 2 and 2 together by now.
Yeah, I don't need to feed him any more information. He's a nuisance.
Right.
But he does call every day, I'll tell you that.
I used to call you and complain. To you and to Dan, I would complain. The guy called me every day.
Well, he hasn't been calling me, but ever since Dan has been, he found out Dan's in the hospital, he's been calling me every day.
That's why I'm saying I'm waiting for the day that he calls me about it.
Yeah. He always says, how's that guy Dan doing? Is he all right? I said, no changes, Dave. Sorry. That's all.
Right.
All right, go to sleep. I know you're tired.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. And if, as always, if anything changes, give me a call. All right?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
You
good
too.
night.
All right, bye.
Good night. So that was a Hungarian jazz band. Don't really know their name. This is all sort of not copyrighted music, so you don't always know who's doing it. Some of it is orphan music. I don't know what this is exactly. Let's see. The caller, who was with the phone for a while before this music went on, unplanned, I must say, but still it went on. Flick of a button, and music you don't expect goes on. But anyway, that was Lisa, and that was one of our favorite callers, if not our favorite caller, Dapper Dan's girlfriend, who gave us an update on how he's doing. If you've been listening to the show, you know he took a bad fall and he's hurt. And he's still in ICU after a week or so. And we all wish him the best. Anyway, with that, I think we're going to go ahead and cut the show short, even though it's really not that short. We've been on for an hour, and almost an hour anyway. And what I'm going to play last as I sign off is one of our favorite songs from the old days when I had another show. It's called Roadkill Blues. It's not really a serious song, but it's a fun song. And we used to have a trucking show. This was our unofficial theme song. All right, so we're going to sign off now. And as we sign off, I'm going to play Roadkill Blues.
There's a raccoon on the shoulder, ain't going anywhere. There's a possum wearing tire tracks, dead skunk fills the air. There's a piece of something over here, the rest is over there. I'm about to lose my lunch. Hey, look out for that deer, I got the roadkill.